We are at TNT Kartways, West Quincy, Missouri. They did a major track upgrade here last year. Redid a little over half of the track. And I'll tell you what, if you're missing this event, you're missing one smooth raceway. We're at West Quincy, Missouri, Illinois, right across the bridge from Quincy, Illinois, at the TNT Raceway. We've got a little rain here this morning. It's shut down practice. Things are starting to dry out. We'll get on the track here shortly. Hopefully, look at the sky. Yeah, well, it's clearing to our west, so we're hoping, and I'm looking east, so it's looking better. Hopefully we get out there pretty soon. Here at the Rick Magnuson pit. I'm here with my buddy Andrew Glenn, Mr. Iowa. So this is our pit, the Welty pit. 49, 2 duals, West Bend Sidewinder. Over here with Ralph Potter. He brought a 49 and a dual 49 to play with. He's not going to race it, but he was out there playing with it, had fun with it. Over here to Andrew Glenn's pit. Got the awesome looking green Invader. Just went over to the pawn shop. Got a kart stand. I'm back here at my pit. So this is the first time I've used my kart stand that I built. So I'm asking, why is everybody putting all those welds in the bottom of their kart stand? So my kart stand, I bent my tubing, used round tubing and bent it. I got one weld in the front and one weld in the back instead of a weld at every corner, every drop down. It took me 10 minutes to bend that lower rail and a couple minutes to weld the 2 welds on it. If I'd have had a surplus of round tubing in my shop, I would have bent the uprights that hold the cart, because why do I want to be doing all those welds in the corners and capping it? But this was a bad year to buy tubing, so I went ahead and used some square that I had laying in the shop. But if I was doing it again, I would use the round tubing, and I would only have to weld down where the pivot bolt is. Save a lot of time. I don't know why manufacturers aren't doing that. They could save several hours in their building process. But maybe somebody will watch this and all of a sudden all the kart stands in the country will get built different.
The hernia?
Yeah, that's a lot of weight on the tail end of that. That's why he was
I got the easy end.
Gritting his teeth a little bit as he's picking that up, because yeah, they get a little heavy on the tail end. Oh, that's a really nice looking dual enduro.
Thank you.
Where are you guys from?
Well, he's from out of... I'm from St. Louis, but I live here in Quincy now.
Okay.
Yeah. About 40 miles southwest of St. Louis, so
all right.
Not too far from where this one was born.
Sure. Sure. So I see you brought some other frames along and got some other parts here.
We got a little bit of everything.
It's got a trailer full of karts. Hopefully they sell some stuff today, make themselves happy, go home with a couple dollars in their pocket, make somebody else happy. That's what it's all about.
You bet.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'm Brent Holman. I'm just here as a pit crew.
Okay.
I'm Adam Deacon.
Okay.
Just here to race my vintage car.
All right. So we've been doing this a while on the vintage, or getting first race, getting into it.
Yep.
It's pretty cool, because as we go down here, there's 1 or 2 more of you down here that pretty much the first event, second event, you know.
Yep. I've been in the kart 1 time.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So what'd you bring us?
It's an 86 Invader.
86 Invader. And see, it's before the Pro Rail. They made both styles. Got a KT100 Yamaha on it. It's got the SRY pipe. I'll steal your pipe from you. They don't have one for mine at home. I don't have one of the. I don't have the SRY pipe yet.
I hear you.
So yeah, Nice looking kart. Main thing's have some fun with it today. Learning experience.
Yep. Yeah, I run a VKA Ignite
Okay.
kart now.
Okay. So you are an experienced karter, just not in vintage.
Yep. Just
So
I like the looks of the vintage karts and decided they were neat and wanted to get in.
well, and they're quick. A lot of this stuff they're really quick karts. You run a, what do you run, a 206 on your Ignite?
Yes.
Yeah. So at the end of the straightaway, these karts probably running close to the same speed, but they have a completely different feel when they're coming out of the corners. These things come out really hard, and a 4-cycle comes out a little soft.
Yep.
So, you know, it's a different feel, and it's exciting, so why not come out and run everything you can. Have some fun with it.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have fun.
Absolutely. Types. This is where a bunch of my buddies are pitted. You got Steve and Gene Lang.
Mr. Wally.
Getting ready to put some laps on. We have a really good time with Tom and Michael Day. Yep.
You too, Steve.
Thank you, Tom. So that's a Burton Magnum.
Yep.
Okay, Burton Magnum with the West Bend 820 on it. This is the guy I get to race against. He got the best of me at Sugar River, but it wasn't easy. I made it hard for him.
Just barely.
Yeah, it was barely.
Yeah, it took me 5 laps to do it.
Every one of those five laps, he was exactly right alongside me. Took him the 5th lap before he could finally pull the pass off. No blocking, but he said after the first heat, he says, "Do you leave any holes?" And I said, "No."
It wasn't a hole.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we're just out here having a real good time. Got the Hamilton brothers over here. The dad, son. Let's see, Old Gramps 4-cycle motors. Mr. Bill and Nathan, and you guys always bring some pretty stunning equipment. They got the rowdy guy that causes all the trouble here, Mr. Rowdy Red Rousey.
Well, hello, Steve. How are you today?
I'm just fine. How's my buddy?
Working good.
Nice. So what'd you bring us?
A comet on a Margay link.
Okay. Comet on a Margay link.
Used to run the Yamaha, but it gets so crowded out there. It's hard to run yet. The classics is,
Yeah.
they look cool too.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, you're cool. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, you got an opportunity to run more than one class, one engine. If you got the stuff, bring it out and run it.
Well, running 2 classes is way too much work for me.
Well, I hear you. I entered 3 at Sugar River, and after the first series of heats, I told Sean he had to run the 3rd class for me the rest of the weekend because I couldn't do it
Running too many
anymore.
classes wouldn't be fun if you work.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Hey, what's
Down
going
here
on
with
there?
Mr. Photobomb JT Noble.
Hey, what's up?
So yeah, how's it going?
Oh, it's
I know you changed motors because you told me that earlier.
Yeah, and I've gone back and forth about 2 or 3 times at the moment.
Okay.
Well, so this motor, I had a little bit of a problem with the spacer ring. Had broke the previous time out on it
Okay.
and welded itself to the shaft.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had to sit there with a file and cut and get it off there because every single time I went to put a clutch on it, it locked up and drove
Sure.
on me.
Sure.
So after some filing and a lot of few choice words,
Right.
we're back up and running. I think.
Okay. So I used to come down here and we'd pit over there in the back corner, and JT and his dad would show up. And unfortunately, we lost his dad a few years later. But they're always nice people to pit by and have a good time with, and Facebook buddies, keep in contact with each other. So all is good, and always enjoy seeing him here every year.
Well, thank you very much, man. It's always a pleasure to see you boys.
Yep.
Yeah. This is something my old man got me into, and you know.
And that's why he doesn't want to stop, because every time he comes here, guess who he's thinking about?
Oh, exactly. And you know, it's when you lose one, you don't quit racing. You just got to race for 2.
There you go.
So
nice words.
So that's where I'm at.
Yep, I hear
If I
you.
can keep her in one piece, I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you something. This guy, whether the kart's working to be fast for the day or it's not as quick as he'd like it to be, he leaves nothing on the track. I've watched him over the years, and it's like, wow, hang on, because here comes JT.
Yeah, I tend to overdrive a little bit.
Yeah, here and there, but it's always fun to watch.
Oh yeah, you know.
Thanks, buddy.
Always good to see you, man.
My friends Dean and Thomas Didion here from Michigan. Looks like Dean's suited up and ready to go. Something I'm going to have to do here pretty soon when I get done doing this video stuff.
All right. Well, thanks, Steve.
You're welcome. Always happy to see these guys come down, and they show up most of the tracks, so we know they're having a good time. Yeah. Randy and Lori Dunkoff here.
That's right.
So Randy must be getting ready to go racing. He's getting his shoes off. Time to put the race shoes on.
That's right. These make me go faster.
Go get sweaty. Well, I've gone to a couple events, so I've had some foot problems over the years, so I used to wear 8-inch logger boots, and a couple times I forgot my shoes and ended up having to race with 8-inch logger boots on, and guess what? They don't quite work like shoes.
That would be bad.
They had about 5 pounds of nose weight. Those kart turns good. Randy and Lori and us become really good friends, and he runs this West Bend Sidewinder class also. Most of us who run this West Bend Sidewinder class, we're all pretty good friends, so it's fun racing with friends. So we come over here and we got John Kolkel, and John also runs the West Bend Sidewinder class.
Yes, sir.
And he has really nice equipment, and he's a splendid person to be around.
You're too kind, sir.
No, I'm not too kind. You're just a super guy, and we always appreciate you. And
I think it's almost ready.
you can tell by looking at his equipment here. It's nicely done. He maintains it really well. And you know, we're all out here having fun.
Yes, we are. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I've lost 40 pounds. Camaraderie, fellowship.
Yeah. John and Kevin Rice came together. Kevin runs this same class. So my buddy Kevin.
Hello.
We have a lot of fun with Kevin. Go back and forth, a few phone calls a year, plus see him at the track.
Having a blast at Quincy.
That's right. Hey, you haven't been on the track yet, though, have you? Huh? You haven't been on the track yet, have you?
No.
Oh, you wait till you go down through the corner and on around and hit that right-hander. It's not like it was before.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
I better get my butt out there and get used to it then.
Yeah. There you go. You're welcome. These guys are out of Ohio.
American Sidewinders and rear engine carts play the grand
This thing's a little wider.